Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi, y'all. On Saturday afternoon. Saturday. Good old Saturday. And we're going to end up working this Saturday. I got to go in at 6. It's about 3:30. We lost a supervisor, so I'm going to go in and work a shift and actually train the person that's going to be taking over those shifts. So, be some training going on tonight. So, it's Saturday. And I thought we'd make it a super speed Saturday because I haven't used one in a while. So I went and dug out my grandfather's 1957 super speed, flare tip super speed. And that was my dad's dad, my granddad. Or grandpa actually, my mom's dad we call granddad. And grandpa was my dad's dad. But yep, I got that several years ago, a lot of years ago now. But it's got I think a Wilkinson blade in it. Whatever it's got, it should be just fine. But we're going to go through and use a little ToBS, Taylor of Old Bond Street, some rows I got I'm trying to finish up. And I'll tell you an interesting story about some ToBS here in a minute. So, and it goes along with the Brandy Spice. So I just got this the other day. You may remember me talking before about the store over in Lafayette called Drug Emporium. It's kind of the hippie vitamins and all the handmade soaps, and I mean they carry a lot of stuff. They don't just carry the hippie stuff, but all the essential oils and the this and the that and the other, and all the healthy foods, and then they got just tons of vitamins and supplements. They got a pharmacy in there and everything. Well, Agent 00 Devin has finishing up his schooling over at the university over there. And congratulations and good luck with that to him. And he's going back. He went there before. So went over the other day to, like I said, the ToBS Roads. Went over there the other day to help him get moved in and found out how old I am. The only thing he needed help with, the only piece of furniture he had to move in was a desk. Now, it was a heavy desk. It's not a lightweight desk. It's a heavy wood desk with a metal frame. And at one time he had mentioned, and I said, well, you know, are you living downstairs? And he didn't know at the time, but he said, oh, they got elevators. They ain't got elevators. He's not living downstairs. He's on the 3rd floor. And Fuzzy found out really quick that hauling a heavy desk up 3 flights of stairs is not healthy at my age. I am not what I used to be. Not that I was ever a Hercules. You can see I got scrapes and everything all over my arm. But anyway, finally outsmarted it. I built me a bridle with some rope so that I didn't have to bend over. I could pick it up and stand it up. Anyway, we got it up and got it in. But I told that story to tell this story. So it's right near the Drug Emporium where his apartment is. Oh, it's just a day's growth, by the way. There's nothing spectacular here today. I had shaved. But since we're going into work, we're going to be working with a young lady who's going to be taking over that weekend supervisor shift. I thought I'd shave again today, and away we would go. But so the Drug Emporium I talked about before, they carry a lot of the Penard stuff. They always had the what was the name of the starter kits, the soap, VDH. They had the Van der Hagen starter kits and all that stuff, and they had some others. They had Friendship Saving, I think it was, which was actually a Turkish soap, really nice soap. And then they, like I said, they had the Penard stuff, and they would have the Chinese chic blades, which they didn't have any of this time. I don't know if they quit carrying them or if they just didn't have them this time. They did have the Wilkinson sword, double-edged thingies still. But anyway, so I walk in. So we had a little time to kill because we got over too early because nobody realized that the office didn't open till 10 o'clock. We got there at 8 o'clock. But anyway, so we had a little time. We had some breakfast, really nice. It's Mel's Diner. And walk in and look at a few things. There's always a few things I like to look at, working my way over to the shaving aisle. And I get over there, and lo and behold, they are now carrying tubs of Taylor of Old Bond Street. And it's not just one or two. It looks like the full collection to me. Now, I don't know how many fragrances Taylor actually makes, but there were 8 or 9 or 10 different. I didn't take a picture of it. I guess I should have. 8 or 9 or 10 different varieties, flavors there. And I thought that was really neat. They're running, what, $18 or so a tub. I don't know how that price compares to others because I haven't looked at it lately. Didn't seem bad. I hadn't put aside any extra money to buy shaving stuff lately, and I have plenty of creams and soaps and all that, but having plenty doesn't always mean anything, does it? So anyway, now I know where I can go, and it's about an hour's drive over there. Depending on traffic, it could be a little more, but it's about an hour's drive over to Lafayette from here. And I can get tubs of Taylor at Old Bond Street. Almost picked up the sandalwood. I don't have a good sandalwood soap right now, and it is a favorite scent of mine. Of course, my absolute favorite is what I'm using right now, Rose. And I don't have a super favorite rose scent. Trumpers is really nice. I've got a rose cream from Trumper that's really nice. This is a really nice scent. Roses can be different, believe it or not. But this is a nice scent, the ToBS here. So, yeah, they had several good stuff. We're going to have to check into that. Maybe pick up if I can clear out a tub or two of what I got. Maybe pick up some more along the way. Super speeds. Can't beat them. I mean, this is what a lot of people think of when they think of wet shaving and when they think of safety raters is the old twist to open. I've got several different varieties. I've got a red tip. I've got a black tip. I got 40 models. I got 50 models with the flare tips. I've got a Fat Boy. I've got Slims. I've got Black Beauties. I've got a Lady Gillette, actually, that I need to dig out and use here for too long. I need to find that thing. I know it's packed away. I don't have room to keep everything I got out. My place is already cluttered as it is because I tend to clutter. But anyway, there is nothing in the world complicated about a super speed shave. And if you don't like the vintage stuff, that design has been copied over the years. You can go to Walmart and get a knockoff of the old super speeds for not a whole lot of money. Shucks. If you get lucky, you can go to a Dollar Tree and you get one for $1.25. And they work just fine. We've shaved with them before. As a matter of fact, where is it? Well, now I'm not going to be able to. As a matter of fact, they look just like that. Cause I've got several of them. I know right up in the old cabinet back there. But they're cheap. They're $1.25, and people think, oh, that thing's so cheap, you can't use that. It's going to be wobbly and wavy and everything. Look, they shave just fine. Now, how long are they going to last? Maybe not as long as a vintage. I don't know. I've never used one until it imploded. But, it's a timeless design. And if you've been thinking about, I want to try wet shaving, I don't want to spend that much money. All right, well, there's your solution. They actually had shaving soap. I haven't seen it at the Dollar Trees here in a while. Luckily, I bought some. But they actually had a shaving soap at Dollar Tree. They had the razors. Now, the brush they had is garbage. I'll show you that one day. We'll go back and do a solid Dollar Tree shave and use their soap and the brush. The brush is a synthetic and it's just a heavy nylon. It's garbage. It really is. But the razors, even the cheap blades in with the razors, blade's a blade. If it'll hold the blade steady where you can keep constant angle and pressure, you're going to get a shave, right? Nothing to make a dull blade shave, so don't think I'm saying, you blade's a blade, man. My blade gets dull. No, you can't make a dull blade shave. That's not what we're saying. But as long as the blade is sharp enough to do the job, There's no need to go with the expensive. Every blades are a little different. I get it, but that's what technique is for. Your technique will make up for it. Do some blades last longer than others? Yes, possibly. Again, I don't use them until they implode, so I don't know. But I've used cheap Chinese blades, and I've used Gillette blades, you know, some of the, what people would consider the good stuff. I like them just as well. As long as they're sharp, you can shave with them. But anyway, so that's where we are. We can get Taylor really close. And Super Speed Saturday there we go. So check this out. And it's a really, like I said, I didn't have but a 1 day's growth, but that's okay. Go and clean it up and everything will be nice. Brandy Spice, I don't think I like this as much as the Whiskey Woods. And it's probably going to be, you know, Clubman's a favorite. The Whiskey Woods is a favorite. Citrus Musk, and then the Lush Trees versions, the Coachman, which is the Clubman. And then everything else just kind of piles behind it. This is going to go down with everything else. The Clubman Musk and the Classic Vanilla and those. This one's going to fit in. It's nice, and it's a good scent, and I like it. But it's not my top of the line favorite. Now I've been wearing this for the last 2 or 3 days, 3 or 4 days, something like that. Just seeing. I've noticed that it seems to last longer. It seems like longer in the night. I still get a little whiff of it as I'm working. Of course, I'm not doing anything where I'm sweating a lot or anything. But anyway, it is a nice scent. It's not as strong as some others. I don't know how to describe scents, so I don't even try. If you want to know what the scent is, look it up. But it's good. It really is. It's well worth it. What did I get for it? $5.53 American. And I got to go back because I'm out of just about out of citrus musk. I should have picked one up while I was there, but like I said, I didn't take any extra. I didn't take any extra money with me, and you know, Fuzzy pays all the bills here, and us single folks, they got to pay all our bills. There ain't two people paying on the bills. I can make it interesting sometimes. So I didn't plan on spending extra money, so I didn't spend extra money. But we will be going back and stock it up on some stuff like that. And picking up another tub or tubes or two. The brush today, as you notice, was my Smock 1305. I believe that's what that one is, my favorite one. With the handle that was customized by Miss Luna in the past. Everybody knows that story, I think. But there we go. All right. Well, we got us a good shave. We got to finish getting ready for work. Miss Luna and Mr. Hash Brown need to go out for another walk before I jump in the shower. Because I don't know about where you are, but it's warm here. So we're going to go out and go for a quick walk. I don't want to keep them out too long, as hot as it is. But get them out, and then I'll be ready to get ready for work. Go do that again. Well, I hope y'all are doing well. I appreciate the comments when you get there. Of course, this was not a shade that would have anything to do with toast, because toast does not deal with double-edged stuff. It's all single-edged all the time. But if you do want to know about single-edged stuff, Toast 3, ToBS3.com. There you go. All right, look, y'all have a good day. Hope you're doing well. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shaves to you.